Hey everyone, Stone Coyotes here. Welcome to a new series, Stone Coyote Plays, and I've already started this series. But I'm doing something a little different. This game you've probably played and heard of called Satisfactory. We can just go ahead and start a new map to show you to a couple of people who don't have a lot of time to play again. Really enjoy stuff like this. So, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the intro. It's important for new players, but it's not really something that makes for a better viewing experience. I feel like this viewing experience might be best if it's something. Best if I just go and build a thing. I've played it a couple of times. Get a general idea. Oh, but I need to look at the map. But I like to scan everything to get a general idea of where everything is. Need all three of those beginner things. Iron lets you build iron rods, iron plates, which is generally used for structural materials. Limestone does stuff like concrete, and copper is basically the route to electronics, is the best way to look at it. Insulation, water stuff is done with copper. So you want to really get established with those in the beginning. The first thing you have to do, what you gotta do is build a hub. go. Now, I believe looking for concrete. Wasn't I limestone? Let's do one more scan. Ah, I see. So that's upstairs. Still nothing. Interesting. Okay, is this one
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
especially at the beginning, it's really, I've never seen that before. I think I came in floor too long. Oh, it's pure though. So there's that. Where's the other one? So there's another one up here. There it is. You can see it over there. Okay, let's see. notes or something great. This is a nasty starting spot. Like, holy moly with the holy. bit of copper, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, right? Please be pure, please be pure.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use. Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state, and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fixit helmets are of such high quality. Store this potential resource for later use.
process can take a while, and I'm hoping I remember to fast forward through this, because basically, I'm going to process concrete, iron, copper, and biomass into crystals. You don't need to watch that. It'll be boring. And I was on mute. Yep, I was short on concrete, so I'm just going to go back to the little line of what's it and get the one. And it's up here. Big struggle in Satisfactory when starting out is getting those resources squared away. Yeah, you want to grab stuff like barrel nuts when you see them because... here's the books. Anyways, because you'll eventually get this thing called a MAM, M-A-M, and you can, and one of the things you need to research is barrel nuts. Let's see, where's that place I found that I could hop down safely? Yeah, this isn't it, but it's a better one. Okay, once again, you don't really need to watch this process of me running through 73 things of concrete, so I'll go ahead and pause it for y'all. Okay, with all that processed, come over here to the hub terminal, drag it all over. This launches it off.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
She great. So I strongly suggest going with logistics for the next one. Field research has the dang map. Gonna need to make a little bit of copper. I think I've got it on the screws and the plates. Also inventory slots. Yes, yes, this is the way to go. Alright, so I drop off what I have. Oh, can't yet. Pot's still out. Okay, so gotta go to my copper spot. definitely not enough credit because I was or the game, admittedly, sort of really sucks. Anyways, that I have enough for like 1,000 bio lumps or whatever, but my word, still don't need more. You end up needing so much energy before you get cold. This one. And get upstairs. And might as well drop on the limestone one here. Bigger. Alright, so once again, we're going to use Coyote time travel magic and skip past the boring part.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Yeah, but she said, ma'am. research these ones.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location. This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Yeah, what she said. Go get more copper again. Which, again, is basically the introduction in Satisfactory. I do have a mine. So now about to get to the fun part. Short for that. Need stuff. Right, and the reason you didn't set them up back there is because mining machines work best. Let's see, just let it go. Yeah, work best. Conveyor belts. Setting up a factory thing. So, whoa, that was bad. And down goes the splat. So, you know the drill. I'm gonna do this stuff. Actually, something has to tier 1, right? Okay. Yes, I'm just gonna complete this. Okay. I'll go ahead and make the rods and the wires. Use Coyote time magic to skip ahead and save you the boring part. Okay, after an eternity, basically.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Thank you, Ada. So, Tier 2, which will be the next episode, or probably more like 2 or 3 episodes, there's really important stuff like the assembler. This stuff is just upgrades. The awesome sink and shop are also a good thing to have. The gun customizer is really cool. It lets you change colors and materials and all your stuff. Jump pads, I'm sure there's a use for. The landing pads are really nice for those areas like when I was going to the copper mine and stuff where fall and pain. You can put a landing pad there and just shloop and you're fine. But it's not really necessary stuff. I mean, you're gonna have to do all but one, I believe, to unlock phase 3. Yeah, actually, you only need this one for phase 3. I like to really focus on stuff that gives you inventory slots or new forms of fuel. This solid biofuel is really awesome. It takes those piles of leaves that I've been processing, biomatter or whatever, and converts them into solid fuel rods. This condenses the stack size, and the energy density is way higher. Energy density is a basic concept in machines and physics and all that. I don't know the exact fields, but basically, the more energy density something has, the less it takes to burn, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm not a scientist. I'm a game dev. But but higher energy density better, and this stuff, the solid biofuel even works to fuel your little tractor later. It's decent stuff. It'll last you a while. Anyway, that was Tier 1. All good, all done. And I believe I will call this the first episode. So thanks for tuning into this new show on Stone Coyotes. Let's call this one Playground. Stone Coyotes Playground. Yeah, that'll do. I'll upload this one, and I'm actually gonna record the second episode like right now. I just don't want to overload people with like 100 million minute episodes. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.